Mental Liberation in the Age of Thought Control. I'm Kurth Barker, and I'm the author of this book, and what this video is going to be is a demonstration of the techniques described in this book. And this book deals mostly with the theory behind this, but we're just actually going to demonstrate how it's being done. Obviously, as you can tell, there's no high production values here. We're just going to film some actual Fabian therapy going on. The word Fabian basically means that we're trying to deal with deep trauma, but rather than to go into it directly, which would just re-traumatize the person, we're going to use an indirect approach. And there's various techniques that were developed by this couple who I call the Fabians. And we're just going to be using their techniques. We're not going to combine this with any other system. This is just a demonstration of how their techniques work, and this is going to be actual therapy. The three people involved all know each other, and there's Richard, Patricia, and myself, Kurth Barker, and they're going to be demonstrating the techniques. We've already started using some of these techniques, but these techniques are such that you can use them over and over again. In the early part of Fabian therapy, what we're dealing with is mainly removing barriers between communication. Most people communicate on a day-to-day basis from what might be described as the left brain, logical, intellectual point of view, and you want to shift over where you can actually communicate on a more emotional level so that you can deal with things, and these techniques will do that. And Fabian therapy is mostly something that you do. It's not really, you don't analyze it, you just do it, and it removes barriers, and eventually it helps you to release the trauma. So we'll just demonstrate it now, and Richard's going to sit where I'm sitting right now. I'm going to be off camera describing what's going on. Alright, the two of you remember the technique that you used yesterday where one person draws a picture and the other person duplicates it?
Yes.
Alright, and then after we've gone through the demonstration, I'll hold the pictures up close to the camera so that people can see what you drew. And I think we'll start this with Patricia drawing the first picture and Richard mimicking what Patricia draws. It's a simple geometric form, a circle. Okay, now let's go on. Now it's Richard's turn. Alright, now we're going to Alright. Okay, good. Good. Good.
I pre-cogged that. I knew she was going to do that.
All right. All right. Now, I'm going to ask you to check in on your feelings, how both of you feel right now about yourself, any sensations in your body about each other.
I feel peaceful. I feel friendly toward Richard.
Okay. And Richard, how do you feel right now?
I feel the same.
Okay. All right, good. Now, what I want Richard to do is I want you to draw a picture of yourself when you were a child and try to express something about how you felt. It doesn't have to be great artwork. It can be simple stick drawing, whatever you feel like, but just a picture. And it doesn't even have to be representational. It can just be an abstraction, squiggles, whatever comes to you, draw it. And try to draw yourself as a child. Okay, good. Now, Patricia, you draw what Richard drew. All right. Now, when you were drawing this, Richard, what were your feelings?
Just having fun.
What's that?
Having fun.
Fun? So you had a feeling of fun? when you were drawing, you were duplicating what he drew, what were you feeling, Patricia? Whatever you felt is fine, just be honest.
Seriously, I was just trying to draw what he drew.
So you didn't have any sense of feeling?
I didn't have any sense of humor.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, now I want Patricia to do the same thing. Alright, good. Now Richard, draw it. What she drew.
I'm not sure what she's doing.
It's okay, just duplicate the forms.
Don't forget the hair.
My hair's pretty. Yours.
That's for sure.
So I guess that's a flower, not a something. You are kind of crouched over. You're doing something. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, great. Now, I'd like Patricia to explain something about what you felt and were thinking when you drew that.
There were big trees in
Uh-huh.
my front yard, and I would go out there a lot and just see the little bugs that were on the ground, and I just enjoyed doing that, being outside with the bugs and worms and things like that.
Okay. And Richard, what did you feel when you were drawing it? Did you have any feelings?
Just being outside and enjoying myself.
Alright, that's good. Now, there's something I want to mention. This is not an analysis. I'm not judging or evaluating, but I've seen other people do this. And a lot of times when people draw themselves as a child, they draw other people into the picture. And so they might have parents or other children. In both of your cases, you drew yourself by yourself, but there were other things in the picture, like a swing set or trees. So that's sort of an expression of self. And solitude is not a bad thing either. You know, it can be a very positive thing. But that's part of the emotions that I pick up, a sense of serenity and also solitude, but in a happy kind of way. Now, the idea of a Fabian, well, just hold on a second, I want to get something.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm very compulsive.
What's that?
I have to use the clip every time. That's what it's for, and that's what I'm for.
Oh, good. All right.
I'll edit this part out.
No, we don't have to edit anything out.
Oh.
We're just gonna let
You
them
get
see
the
it.
whole deal.
Right. Now, I'd like Richard to move on for a second while I explain something. I want to be on camera. Okay. Today's session went really well. You can see everybody had positive feelings and it went very smoothly. But this is the second time we did this. Now, a thing about a Fabian technique, you use it until you work through the negative emotions, and then the barriers go down. But yesterday when we did this, we didn't film it, which is probably a good thing, but there were a lot of emotions that came up, not all of which were positive, but they worked through those emotions. But here are some of the pictures that they did yesterday. And yeah, and Tricia can hold it and maybe you'll be able to see them. You can see that they're very similar to the kind of pictures that they did today. And they went back and forth doing these kinds of pictures, and in each case they were able to duplicate them. Now, when I did this technique many years ago, decades ago, I had just come out of a state of being traumatized. You know, the torture and sexual abuse was happening on a regular basis for me. So when the Fabians did this with me, they would draw a circle and I would draw a square, but they wouldn't correct me. And it went on like that. They would do some doodles and I'd draw something completely different from what they were drawing. And we went on like that for an hour until I started drawing what they were drawing. They would draw a cube, I would draw a cube. They would draw a flower, I would draw a flower. But it took an hour to get me to the point where I could mimic what they were drawing. And that's because I was so highly traumatized at the time. And that's one thing about this technique is that requires patience and a desire to participate in a healing process. And you'll notice that there's 3 people involved in this. That's another thing that made the Fabians different. They didn't like the dynamic of one-on-one. They liked there to be at least 3 people because it made it more of a social activity. They had some logic behind why they were doing it that way. And I did this technique a number of times until we got to a point that they felt we didn't need it. And this is one of the introductory techniques because it removes barriers to communication. And now we're coming to a picture here. After we did a whole series of these kinds of pictures and the other person would duplicate it, we got to I asked Richard to draw how he felt. And this is the picture that Richard drew of himself. It may be hard to see, but it's a little stick drawing of him kneeling down in a state of despair. Then I had Patricia draw what Richard drew, and I asked her to describe what she felt, and she said she felt sadness. And then I asked Patricia to draw what she was feeling, and she drew the picture at the top. Then Richard had him draw what she had drawn, and he asked what he was feeling when he drew it, and he said frustration. So at that point in time, they were communicating on the levels of emotion. They had gotten past the intellectual left brain, and they had gotten into the right brain emotional. And that's why you're using pictures to communicate, is to get away from that so you can remove that barrier. And so, but obviously they still had some negative feelings. We did this again today, and their feelings tended to all be positive. So, you know, we've worked through this technique. Now, we can go on if you guys feel like it, do some similar stuff that's like this. Are you open to that?
Whatever you think.
Okay. So, switch. Now, one thing that both of you have talked about is childhood feelings of having a parent that made you feel belittled. You know, we've talked about I'm okay, you're okay. A parent that was judgmental and made you feel not okay. All right, so I'd like Patricia to first draw a picture of you interacting with that parent in some way and try to convey as much as you can about your feelings, and simple artwork is fine. Okay, that's good. Now, have Richard draw what you drew.
It's interesting. She drew herself first. I'm drawing her parent first. It's interesting.
All right, good. Now, Richard, is there any feelings that were conveyed to you about this picture?
Loudness, volume, overwhelming, loud.
Okay, so loudness and overwhelming. How do you think Patricia felt in these situations?
Dominated,
All right,
insignificant.
okay. Now, I want Richard to do the same thing. Draw a picture of your situation as a child.
Sorry. can't even draw stuff.
It doesn't matter. It's not about artwork. It's about feelings.
Maybe it is. Maybe I thought of my father as a mushroom.
Uh,
Those are supposed to be hands.
okay. And how would you describe what you just drew, Richard?
Threatening, being threatened.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about that?
Fear.
Okay. Patricia's going to draw it.
It's got the alien monster in the movie.
Okay. And Patricia, what feelings did you have?
Well, it looks like fear to me, and it looks like protecting myself to me.
Okay.
That his father was angry, and Richard was trying to keep him from hitting him.
All right. And how did you feel about that?
Sad.
All right. All right. Now, I'd like all of us to put the things down, the pens and the paper, and I have to tell you, seeing all this, there's a degree of a tension that I feel in my own body. So I just want to sit here and relax, and close my eyes and concentrate on my breathing. And I want you to do the same thing. pay attention to what you're feeling in your body, and I'm doing the same thing myself. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I've been feeling in my body. What I've been feeling in my body is a certain tension in my lower legs. I could feel a tension in my arms, my upper arms. I felt some tension and sensations in my chest, made breathing a little hard, and I felt tension in my face and sensation in my head. When I'm releasing all that, now I'm wondering if either one of you have any feelings in your body that you can describe. And why don't we start with Patricia?
I felt a heaviness in my chest and pressure behind my eyes and a certain amount of feeling kind of upset in my stomach and upper arms, like, and right here, some tightness
All right.
around my eyes.
Anything else? All right, Richard.
My throat.
Oh, your throat. Okay. Anything else? All right, Richard. Do you describe any feelings that you felt in your body while you're relaxing, or what you're feeling right now?
My jaw was clenching a little bit.
Okay.
My legs were, especially my calves, both calves and thighs. And my hands, I seem to need to do this with my hands for some reason.
All right. Good description. Anything else? Okay. Now, I've got another drawing I want you to do, so you can get your pens and your drawing stuff and a blank piece of paper. Okay, now I want Patricia to draw yourself at a time in your life when you felt happy. Draw it any way you want to, express it any way you want to. Okay, good. Now, how do you feel about that? You feel good?
Good.
Okay.
Good vibrations.
All right. Now hold it up so Richard can draw what you just drew. All right, good. Now, Richard, describe what kind of feelings that you have drawing that or looking at
Radiance.
that. Okay, good, good. Okay, well, you both have positive indications, and how are you both feeling? You look like you're feeling pretty good.
Good. Happy.
You? Okay, I think at this point we're going to turn off the camera and then we're going to go outside and
Doesn't
look.
Richard get to draw his happy feeling?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. How negligent of me. Yeah, sorry about that. Thank you, Patricia.
It's a good thing you don't have to know how to draw.
All right, good. And what feelings do you associate with that?
Having fun.
Okay, a feeling of fun. All right, Patricia, you want to duplicate his drawing?
Kind of running. I'm trying to convey the sense of running.
Okay. Okay, and Patricia, any feelings you associate with the picture?
Well, since he already told us movement,
Uh-huh.
um,
But any feelings you have?
can't identify.
Okay. So, but is there anything positive or negative, or just?
Happy-go-lucky emotion. I'm glad he told us what's running.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. Good.
That's a left brain thing, right? So maybe I shouldn't say anything.
No, that's okay. It's conveying a feeling of movement that's kinetic, and actually that's good.
So the difference between what we drew, it seems to me, might be interesting. I don't know. So what she drew was a source, and what I drew was a process.
That's an interesting distinction.
Just a sense of being, contentment, the source of something. And this is more of sucking up of something, I guess.
So yours is about doing, and hers is about being, or is that?
Yeah.
You mean my being, my drawing
Yes.
of me?
Yes.
Okay.
Radiance versus gazing at radiance.
Oh.
All right. I'd like Richard to get up, and I want to talk to the camera just a little bit. Okay. Now, one of the processes of deprogramming trauma is that people become disassociated from their feelings. They lose the ability to feel what's in their body or their emotions. And so then in the process of deprogramming that or healing from it, people have techniques to reconnect with feelings and emotions. And I think that in looking at this, you've seen how they're resensitizing themselves to their feeling using this as a process or a technique. And we take it to a point where both people are feeling good about themselves. And this is a good ending point. And what we're going to do next, we're not going to film it, but we're going to turn off the camera, then we're going to go outside and look at the garden and extrovert for a little while as a way of ending this. So this is part one of the video. Thank you for watching.